me see. There's one more thing I would love to check, but I think it is not worth it to do it now with these save states because they are all messed up. I would have to do that, arrival, and then I would have to go all the way to equipment maker dungeon for lever. Maybe I tried once. Maybe I do one attempt to it because I want to see if the timing is right or not. I want to check something. Okay, let me see. Let's see. What did we do? We did check Toronto 4. Okay. Arrival, which means we are here at about the right time. I do not know what time of day it is, but should be fine to do that. If I do not mess up the stealth section, that is, I should be fine. Okay, what do you know about key? I do want to have the key. Oh yeah. Now he sends us to Zebeno. That's where we need to go. And get the key. And do the stealth section again. Ah, here he is. Come on. Come on. I really have to ask him about test person. Let's try and not mess up this section now. Let's try and remember how it is done. How it will be done properly. Of course that was wrong. I'm stupid, I forgot. There are two parts. The first part you have to get past him when he faces down, and he's at the bottom of the screen and faces down. The second part you have to follow him, and I always confuse that. I already confused these two parts. Somehow. Now he comes back, and as soon as he starts to go north again or go to the top, I have to follow him. Okay. Also, this ceremony takes a little bit of time. Elapses time. That was the word I was searching for the whole day, I believe. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah. Now we got the secret word for Casotto. To finally get the high knowledge. No, the metal making knowledge actually. And I learned it. Okay. Don't get stuck here. Just leave this place. Very well. Very nice. Also, these people do not only mine or take minerals out of the earth, they also do that's right. One more thing to do before we can enter the dungeon. I have to check my phone because I got a message and I have to do that. Okay, we have to talk to him about that, and then we have to talk to him about Cassetto, and then we're good to go. Come on. This room is crowded too much. Too many people there. Now it's evening, and now we should be doing this. Let's check that. 21 hours. Okay. I hope that I will be in the dungeon, at the right place in the dungeon, at a specific time. That's why I waited for 21 hours there. Equipment maker dungeon key is there. And now we want to do something. We want to do this. I want to change this slightly. Let's see how this goes. But actually it doesn't matter. It's better this way. It's better this way. Okay. It's better this way. Because I would not have to heal Harriet in order to revive her, in order for her to cast Recuperate, to avoid that stupid message that everyone is getting tired. So let's see. We have to get past these Warniacs, and I do not want to. I do not want everyone to get killed this time. So maybe I can also let Drill just lead. Have to do that because I want to squeeze around that. I have to make everyone escape because I do not want anyone to get inflicted with insanity. Need this key here, over here, and I need to. Okay, I need to get attacked once more, and I want to know what I might be doing. That was registered as a double click for some reason. I don't know. I didn't double click. That's why it opened the character screen. So we're almost there. We have to do a couple of things until we arrive in that room that has this invisible lever that only appears at a certain time of day. And I want to check if I can do, or I can manipulate that cycle to be perfect, which means I want the lever to be there as soon as I enter the room, because otherwise I would have to wait for it. What was the pattern? I think it was this, and that. Then we get an explosion, and then we do that, and everything is fine. That was the right pattern. Oh no. Oh no, these guys are pretty fast, so I have to flee again. Normally you can get around this without an encounter. Now I got stuck here, and this is probably this can turn out to be very. No, it's okay. It's okay. I do not know if the time progresses when you are in the middle of combat. I don't know. When you have battle going on, I'm not sure if the time of day actually elapses or not. I don't know. But anyway, we have to do a little bit of stuff before we head to that room. Just a little bit of stuff. We have to find 2 more keys, and then we're almost there. And we have to traverse a lot of these hallways, unfortunately. I get around here because I do not want to get attacked by these creatures. Unfortunately, this guy just kind of stays in the middle of that hallway, so I have to squeeze around that thing when I come back, when I have to come back. So this is the right spot, I believe, if I did not completely mess up everything here. when I did not. When I was taking these save states, I can do that. Because you cannot always cast Recuperate. You can only cast it when your party members are actually tired. So when a certain time has passed, or when you took a certain amount of steps, I would say. That's the thing. Yeah, only Drill is alive. We need to have Drill alive there because he's the only one who can flee from these creatures that you just saw, because they are very fast. Now I have to get around these guys. Pretty nice. Can I get this without... Can I do this without getting a fight? That would be perfect. But I don't think I can. No, cannot. I'm stuck. This is a nightmare. You cannot... This is a nightmare. Oh my goodness. Problem with these fights is these monsters are kind of special for some reason. I believe it's a glitch or it's a bug in the game that the normal properties do not apply to these monsters that would normally apply to monsters or to encounters. First of all, you would have to get a text box that says attack, and then you would have to then there's always a cooldown as soon as you flee from battle. Oh, that's the wrong spot. As soon as you flee from battle, the monsters surrounding you will get a cooldown so that they cannot follow you any longer for a short amount of time. Of course, you have to. You always get this second encounter because the second one will always attack you again. So the cooldown in these dungeons is not too high. In a 3D environment, the cooldown is higher, I believe. So the amount of time that you have to get away, to run away, is higher or greater than in these areas here. And obviously that did not apply to these Warniaks that I just encountered over and over. That was the problem there. But I do not know if I can do anything about that. Maybe I can take them out of the hallway and then try and run around them. Something like that. To get past them without getting an encounter, actually. Getting attacked by them. So now, the moment of truth appears. Are we able to get that lever to appear right in front of us? Because the problem is I do not know the time yet. I don't have any clue about the time of day and the lever is not there. Okay. Okay, that seems to be not quite right. Unfortunately I do not know the time. I should bring yeah, I should bring a clock. I should bring a clock here. I also don't know if the cycle is probably the cycle is just messed up a little bit. Okay, 21 hours was a little bit too long, or was just wrong. The problem is this lever only appears at a certain amount of time, certain time of day, I would say, from 8 to 11, which means I have to wait here, which is kind of stupid. So I have to wait a long time. So this 21 hours waiting is not enough. Hmm. Maybe we should wait just something like 19 hours, 18 hours. I really should bring a clock here, I would say. So this is not gonna work. Okay. What do? We do something after Toronto 2. That could be solution. Let me check. We are here. Wait a minute, can I? I can get a clock. Basically, I can get a clock. I have to do that. Lower a little bit more. Combat detail level. Maybe I do that. Let me do that. Okay. That's another thing I wanted to check. So I activated the cheat menu in order to be able to get there. And I want to get a clock. Thank you. So now I have, now the time progresses, and I already messed up the cycle, which is a problem. I would have to, I would have to do Toronto 2 again, maybe. Let me see. That's actually perfect. That's actually perfect. Let's get a clock. Let's get a clock. Oh, I have to take it? Then I can activate it. Nope. Come on. And now can we get back there? It's a 2D environment. It's a 2D environment. Maybe I can find the right door. Yeah, I could go to the Giganto's place, but the cycle will be messed up, I believe. Also, I do not have my party members around. No, that's not gonna work, I believe. Okay, planets through the desert. Ah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Sky Interior, the East Sky Inn, the Dark Druids, the Decadent, and the Descendants of the Celts. What do I do? What do I do? I need to go to Toronto again. I think I cannot go back there. Don't want to go there. It's something strange. Little cave. But that's completely wrong. Yeah, that's completely wrong. Can I escape? I don't think so. Okay, I did something. Also, you can mess up time and space and time by using Joe to meet Joe, because that's the same person. Okay, stop that. And he greets me with Tom, because you're only supposed to have Tom here. I cannot go back. Okay, that's not gonna work. I would have to do something else. Maybe I would have to try it again. Try and try. But I really want to have that clock. I could cheat the clock into my save file, by the way. That would be possible. But I don't think that this is gonna work. Well, it would work out of the box, but I do not know how to do that right now. Would have to look it up. Anyway, I could do that. I could do that. Let me see. The only thing that happens here is a cutscene. Then I take the clock. Oh, I should have checked where the Giganto's place actually is. Then I could have could do that. I just waste some time by getting the clock, and then I just go to the desert people. I think that's gonna work. That's a solution. Let's try that. Okay. Let's leave this place. We are not wanted there. Okay, get our party members back. Now we head back to the Chicantos, have a little discussion, a little cutscene, and I think this moves the time forward in a way that you start, after this cutscene you start at a certain specific time. I believe maybe something like 8 AM or something. So it should be that, I'm pretty sure that this is a fixed point of time where you can start here. So it means you should be able to manipulate that lever over there. You should be able to manipulate the time by doing certain stuff in a certain order and waiting for a specific amount of time. That was right actually, but I wanted to do this. Oopsie, not this. I think it was this way. Let me do that. Let me quickly do that. Oh no, we're back here. This is not gonna work. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. We can have one more try. What is this actually? Oh, it's not. That's not right. That's absolutely not right. Nope, there's one other thing that I could do. I could try and do this, I believe. Nope, it's Beloveno. There was one door that led to the, or that leads to the teleporter cave. This one, the little cave. Where's the exit? That's the right place. Yeah. Ah. But I'm getting stuck here. That's the right place. Okay. As soon as the cutscene ends, we are in this cave and we can exit to the debug cheat map, and then we can head back there. And the way we did that was we went there. Let's remember that for a second. Let's remember that. This was something else. This was the Toronto, and this was the little cave. Okay. That one with the torch. Maybe I can cheat a little. I can go there. That's also the main boss, by the way. We have to defeat, but it doesn't matter. We go there when we do a run. Let's see. Maybe you can just do that. You do not have to watch the cutscene again, I believe, because we are here anyway. Now we head over here. I just manipulated my spawn point here by going in there. I think that was a good idea, because now I will not lose that much time. And now I have to find the exit. Somewhere over here, I believe. Over here. Okay, we buy some spell scrolls. That's what we have to do before we do anything else. And let's do a safety save here, because I want to restart that, basically, I believe. Temporary save file. We have to buy spell scrolls. Let's do that. Come on. This person is stupid. She hides behind that counter. You cannot reach her. Yes, we want that to do that. We want to buy these spell scrolls. Pretty much the same way as we do in a speedrun, because we want to check if we can find a better movement pattern to make that lever appear. Because in the last run I did, I had to wait a long time for that lever to appear, which is just a waste of time, obviously. I do not know how many minutes I just stood there and waited, but it was a long time. And it was stupid. Now we go to the Mario Kenta. Tom doesn't say anything about that. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. That looks promising. 12 minutes, okay. Let's see at which time we will arrive at the lever before we do anything else. Give me that. Oop, here we are. Nope, you are the wrong person. That's the right person, okay. You have to ask about the key. Of course not. That's the key. And now we have to find that other person that he was talking about. Sebeno. Sebeno will give us the key if we convince him to do that. Because we need that key to get down into something that is called the Equipment Maker Dungeon. Also known as the test chambers, where they just check if the stuff that they built is actually worth it or actually working as it is supposed to. Welcome, Magic, to the stream. Nice to see you. How are you doing today? The weirdest input method, that's absolutely true. And also, sometimes you get bad RNG, but not in terms of how fights go or how you are, how the way you get damage rolls or something like that. No, RNG also affects how long you have to search for certain persons and certain characters. We would be prepared, and by all means we can do that, and we get the key. Now do not mess up this thing again, please. And I already messed up. That sounds very nice. Doing speedruns after a long break, that's the thing I always do myself, so that happens to me all the time. I'm also doing pretty well, I would say. Got 2 weeks off from work and little vacation time. Family is also not around, so I have this time for myself. Most of the time I have for myself. Also I have to do some preparations for some stuff that is coming up in August, but private stuff. But that won't take too long or too much time, so I really have a lot of time left to spend with speedrunning, I would say, which is pretty nice. Because this game obviously needs a lot of effort to get optimized or something. And I really want to do that. Me and AFOX, we really started to find something, and we did a little test stream before, and we were able to find a lot of stuff actually, which gets me very excited actually, because yeah, I want to see if this really pays off in a run. Now I have to go over here. Nope, that's wrong. Go over here, and after doing all that stuff over and over again, I finally remember the path to this house, because that's not too easy to find if you cannot remember anything. Can we please, yeah, can we please get over here? Important message, blah blah blah, and then we ask about Kosoto, and we are good to go. Okay. Pretty good. Nope. And this time I do not wait. It's in the evening, so I have all night to do what I have to do in the equipment maker dungeon until I reach the lever. And let's see at what time I am finally able to do that. Can you please? Thank you. Because that's the thing that I want to check. Let's make the leader of this whole bunch of people, and let's try that again. So, when I arrive at this room at 8 AM, that would be perfect. That would be the optimal solution. 10 AM also works, but 11 AM would be too late, because that would mean that would trigger the lever to disappear, which is a bad thing, because then I would have to wait for 24 hours until it reappears. Not 24 hours, but until 8 AM again. And that's the point that I want to, that's the thing that I want to improve. Well, I have to do that, because I need to squeeze around that creature a little bit. Let's get this glitch going. Yes, that works. Easy every time. Easy every time. In my first run I tried that over and over again. And I can avoid getting attacked again. Pretty nice. Okay, 7 hours to go. And as you can see, time progresses really fast in 2D environments, and these 2D environments. Which is bad, because I'm not gonna make it until 8 AM, I believe. Maybe I can make it to the next 8 AM. That would also be pretty much okay. Let's see. Let's see how that goes. Did I get a key? I believe. Yes. Can you please open the door? Okay, let's try and remember the pattern. Hopefully I can do that. In the last run I entered the pattern in the wrong order. You have to pull these levers in the right order to create a certain pattern, and that doesn't work. Well, that was not right. And now people die. But I think... No. No. People die. Okay, we have to do that again. I don't know what this means, but there should be any RNG involved in this, because the pattern is actually fixed. You have these 3 levers, and each lever has an effect on the other ones, which means that you have to pull them in a certain order. And this would lead to the perfect solution, actually. That should be a perfect solution, where you have to do the same pattern all the time, and then you get the pattern that you need. But I don't know why, but somehow it doesn't work all the time. And as I said, I don't know what part of that is RNG based. I cannot think about anything. Oh, I have to click something. And I have to exit the cave. very fast. And each cave, by the way, behaves a little bit different. So escaping them or exiting them is not always the same. You have to be very careful there, because you get stuck everywhere. Little hole in the ground, there's a little stone hanging from the ceiling, and everything gets you stuck there. And we have to get the key. We have to do all that stuff again. And I think I will do another safety save when I am in the dungeon. Probably before the levels. Please. It's hard to hit the right spot. It's hard to move the mouse exactly in the same manner always, because, well, modern computers tend to have a high mouse velocity, which is not good to control this game, which is not helpful. Where is Sibeno? He's gone. Okay, now I'm wasting a lot of time here to search for that person. Here you are. Okay, that's stupid. Skamadin. Test chambers. We have to ask about test persons. Also, in case you're wondering, I want to do some attempts, or at least one attempt later, as soon as I figure that out, because I want to include that in the run or the route directly after I found out stuff. Now I think I can remember the pattern, I believe. Maybe it works this time. Can you? Thank you. Looks promising. Pro strats. Pouring tea and doing stealth section simultaneously. That's how speedrunning works. You always have to make sure to have enough tea at hand. Also, again, shoutouts to Entropy Factor for this nice cup. Once a legend, always a legend. If you can see that, I'm not sure, because of the light. Nope. Getting stuck again here. It's hard to find the perfect way out here. Okay, we have the clock, we have this. I think we wasted a lot of time to find that guy, but anyway. We will continue anyway, because I really want to see at which time we will arrive at the dungeon there. No, that's the wrong direction. Let's go here. Okay. Also, there's a thunderstorm outside. Do not know if you hear that, but it rains. There's a pretty heavy rain out there. And I was walking the dog before it started to rain, and that was pretty interesting to be outside with that thunderstorm going on. Hopefully I do not catch a cold or something. Let's go back in. Let's do that again. I will make sure to do another safety save before the levels, I believe. Because I do not want to do that all over again. And again and again and again. I really don't want to do that. But it's nice, actually it's nice to practice a little bit. It's really worth it to practice these events, this stuff, especially the stealth section, because you really have to just remember the pattern. And I was confused the first and second part there. First part you have to go after him when he faces down, and second part you have to follow him, and that's kind of confusing. I was confused there. I always think it's the other way around, but no. It's obviously not the case. So let's do it correctly. Let's do it perfectly on the next run, I believe. On the next attempt. Let's crease around these creatures again. It's raining really hard. So let's see. Also, you get faster in hitting these flee buttons. Ha! Gotcha. I think that's the perfect way to do that. Also, I do not want, as I think I said it before, I do not want to get everyone killed in this fight, as the run that Avox did suggests, because these guys can inflict insanity, and in a normal speed run I would not have the opportunity to heal that, because you can rest or you can use spells, but you will not be able to heal that, except when you use a certain spell that Sira can learn, I believe. But I do not think that she has that spell already. So, and we will not learn any spells until we get her back. So normally what should happen is I would do that, and I would do that, and everything should be fine. It looks promising. See? That's how it's supposed to work. That's the exact right outcome of this. This is how it should be every time, but somehow... Did I do something... Did I do it slightly different the last time? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But who cares anyway? I have to go to the lever room again, and I will not make it until I will not make it in time, I believe. Ah, they're following me. It's not good. That's not good. Don't want them to follow me into that hallway here, into that corridor, because these fights are messed up in terms of being glitchy and buggy as hell. And no, that was not right. This time we want everyone to die, except Drer. Because this makes running from the upcoming fights a lot faster. Like, a lot. Now we have to go back there and hope that we do not get these encounters too often. That's surprising. Normally this guy does not follow you all the way up there. Let's do a safety save, because it's kind of scary here. We have to go back up again, so that's kind of strange now. Okay, that works. That works. That's pretty good. Didn't get stuck so far. Let's do that. Let's go around them. Now we only have... This is what I'm talking about. This fight is so messed up. I cannot... Okay. Only 2 times. That's pretty nice. And now it would be required to arrive before 11 AM, which is not possible, obviously. Okay. Which means we would have to wait for another whole day until the lever reappears. Let's just do that and let's see how long it takes. Shall we? You might not be fancy about that, but I want to do it anyway, to just record it and to see if we can do something with that information. That was scary because that was a lightning, I believe. Some lightning out there. Let's try and squeeze around the second one. Oh my goodness. That was perfect. Normally the second one also attacks you, but not this time. Luckily. As you can see, we cannot make it in time. But we can calculate how much time we have to wait before we enter the building in order to be there at the exact time that is, at the exact perfect time, I would say. Let's see. When will we be there? The time window is 8 to 11 a.m. so we have to calculate that back to an amount of time that we have to wait. So let's see, we will arrive around 15 here. 15, okay. Now we have to wait until 8 a.m. until this thing reappears, which is pretty long. Let's take a look. It's okay. Let's take a look at the timer. Which means that 15, 4, so waiting for 4, 5, 6, 7, 17, 16, maybe waiting for 16 hours should be fine. And this is what we will try. And that should speed up the run a lot. Because in my last run I had to do this. Yes, I didn't wait, so I had to wait for... I didn't wait outside the building, so I had to wait here. And the problem is you cannot wait here through the menu. You could rest. However, you could rest. That would move the time forward by about 8 hours. But if you are here without the clock, you do not have any idea on what time it is. That was loud. I'm sorry about that. That's the thunderstorm outside. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. Whew. Please, Thor, don't kill me. I just want to optimize the run. Three minutes. 3 minutes. Sorry for everyone tuning in. I'm just sitting here and wait because I have to wait until 8 a.m. For the level to appear, because I just want to know how long this takes. Because I could measure that offline, but well, anyway, I'm just here, so I do it now. Hope you don't mind. Hope you don't mind. So we are almost there. Almost there. And that's the only... It's the only part of the run where you have to keep track on the time, actually. or you have to do a perfect movement and perfect setup for the time of day. So that's basically what we want to do. We want to find a good setup for that, to make that lever be there when we enter the room. That would be preferable. Or at least maybe having to wait a little bit of time. So we have a time window, 8 till 11, and we should be able to work with that. If something goes wrong and we have to search for certain people, or we have to run around there, it shouldn't matter too much. Hopefully we can do that. We can adjust for that. So we have been here at 15, and it would be nice if we would arrive here at exactly maybe around 7, so that we just have to wait just a little bit of time, that we have a little time window if something takes longer, because my movement was almost perfect except searching for that guy. Everything was very smooth, so maybe arriving here at around 7 or so. Or maybe 8. You can say 8. You could say 8. Ah, now it appears. There it is. Okay, let's do that. Oops. My notes. That's the wrong side. Okay. Load again and do it. Yeah, do it again. Of course, we lost a little bit of time while searching for the clock, or getting the clock actually, so that works. That's better. Of course, we have to buy them. Okay, as long as we are in a dialogue with someone, the time does not progress. That's good to know. So you do not have to hurry up that much when you are talking to a person, or buying stuff, or stuff like that. Also, I think the time does not progress when we are in menu or something. That would also be very terrible if it would work that way, because menuing is very hard. Just turn around and go. Try to reach the exit without getting stuck too much. Okay. Doing that again. And then I save before the dungeon, before I enter the dungeon. Before I enter the house to the dungeon. Before I enter this house, actually. So, key. It's also pretty nice that we cannot mess up the cycle when we are typing in words, because spelling is hard and you can type, or you can do a lot of mistakes while typing, so good to know. Nope, get out. But when you are inside these buildings, the time progresses a lot faster than outside. Please get away from the door, I want to open it. These little children, I tell you that, these little children always getting in the way. So that was fast, finding that guy. No. Okay, I should not type completely blind, maybe. We would be prepared, we are careful. Give me the key and we're good to go. Now we have to do that stealth section again. But this time I should be able to do that, because I still, probably I still know how it works, basically. I think I do. Let's try it once more, and then I almost messed up. I almost messed up. I forgot that he is not coming down so far. I was expecting him to come down a little bit further, but he doesn't. Okay. Let's remember that. Can you just start? Okay, very good. That seems to be the perfect way out. To leave this place, and one more thing. To talk to that guy, I never really know the name. Okay, turn that way, and no, I'm lost. Where am I? Can you enter that? Thank you. Okay, I slightly messed up the cycle, but anyway. I think you could basically call it a cycle, a lever cycle. Nope. That is what I want. Now we know where to go. We have to find Casato, we have to get the metal making knowledge from him. And now I want to head over here, and I want to save here. Let's save. Because, as I said, I have to wait for a certain amount of time. Let's say... Well, when I do not wait not even 1 hour, then I will arrive at 15. I want to arrive at 8, so that's exactly 7 hours before. So I have to wait 24 hours minus 7 is 17. I have to wait for 17 hours, probably. I can enter, okay, that's fine. Because it's daytime, that's also a problem. If it would not be daytime, then I would be pretty much in trouble, so to say. And now I do all that stuff again. I do all that stuff again. So we have to sit through this nightmare again. And with nightmare I mean the 3 lever thing that never works as expected. So it was the middle one, it was the left one, and then it was the right one. Normally. That's how it's supposed to work. Middle one, left one, right one. 2, 1, 3. But that's not always working for some reason. Or I'm messing it up without actually knowing that. I don't know. Something is strange here. Something is very, very strange. But we can do that, I believe. We flee because we do not want anyone to get insane here. And we get that key. I'm really getting used to that glitch. I'm really getting better at performing that glitch. You're actually not able to reach that with your cursor, but if you do it in a certain way that as soon as you stop moving in front of the spikes, you have, I would say, a certain frame window where you can hit the right mouse button and activate the cursor, and then you can reach that. But I think you do not only have to activate the cursor, you also have to make a little, you have to move the mouse a little bit into the direction that you are facing into. So that's kind of strange, but it seems to work that way. So let's see. Manipulate that thing. Let's do another safety save here, which will be TMP3. I'm deleting these save states anyway later, but anyway. So middle one, left one, right one. Let's see if we can pull that off. Let's see, middle one, left one, boom, explosion, right one. Works like a charm. Okay, no worries. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. All the times that this does not work, I am very, very, very curious about that. So I think I will rewatch the VOD to see if I did something wrong there, because when I enter that pattern correctly, it seems to work every time, but it also should work every time if you do the same pattern over and over again, because there's no reason for it to behave differently, because there is a sign that explains how these levers affect each other, and there's a certain way that this is done. They are connected to each other. The left one activates all three of them. That's why that's also the reason why this whole thing explodes, because when you activate, or when all three levers are activated, the mechanism overloads and you get explosion. So you have to keep that in mind. But anyway, doing that or inflicting that explosion seems to be the fastest way to do that. I also think that, oh no, that's not right. Okay, I'm messing up this thing here. The only thing you have to do is this. Please kill everyone. Please just do. Sometimes you're sitting here and waiting for them to hit you. In a casual playthrough, they always hit you really, really hard. Got the key? Yes, I got the key, and then I have to go. Do not have to go around the treasure chest to do that, I believe. Anyway, let's do another safety save, I think, before doing that. Save the game again. Also, you cannot scroll with the cursor, with the arrow keys or something with your keyboard. You really have to use the mouse to grab that bar on the right side and pull it down. That's the only way to scroll that text or scroll that list. It's pretty awkward and weird. And it doesn't matter because I can do that. Where are you? Still there, okay. Not even one single fight, that's the perfect way to do that. That's actually pretty perfect. Doesn't work every time, but we should be able to do that. So now it's 2, probably 3 AM. That seems to be the solution. It looks promising. So just imagine if this would be real. You're running through these hallways for hours, days even, without getting something to eat or drink, without any rest. So this is actually pretty eerie, I would say. Let's squeeze around these guys really quick. The same way as we did before. Works all the time. Okay, I really have to practice this part, and this seems to be the perfect solution. Now I think I'm able to do that in a faster way. this part of the run in a lot faster way, and we will see that in a couple of minutes, I believe, when I start a run, when I finally start a run. And I really want to. Still time. It's not too late to start a run. So you will see me sitting here for an additional, I would say 3 hours. It looks pretty much promising. Very, very promising actually. It looks very good. Okay, 17 hours it was. If everything goes smooth, it's 17 hours, and I still have to wait for a little bit, so could be 18 hours. Yeah, could be 18 hours. We've been a little bit faster here. Maybe fighting these Warniaks loses time, or makes you lose time. Should have to rewatch that again. But now we do not have to wait for that huge amount of time. We just have to wait for the level to appear. Maybe I should use 18. Maybe I should do 18 hours. Okay, that's a lot faster. That's a lot faster. A lot faster. I would say 18 hours should be enough. No, 17 hours. Pretty cool. Let's check something. Let's check if fighting progresses the time. If there's really, if the time goes on when you are in the middle of a fight. Let's check that. Let's just check that. Because that's something that we need to keep in mind when we do this. Because we cannot expect to get no encounters with the Warniaks whatsoever. And so on. There will be an enemy coming down somewhere here. I have to keep track on the time. Oh, it's not here, it's around the corner. Now here it is. Okay, 10:17. No. Fighting does not progress time. Okay, we do not have to take care about battles. Let's see if these glitched Warniak fights progress the time. Let's just check that real quick. I really want to find that out. I really want to figure that out. It's really important. That's how rooting goes, by the way. Rooting this game. You have to try stuff over and over again. Also, as I said before, RNG does not only involve or affect battles and the way battles go, but also the position and the placement and the behavior of NPC characters and also monsters. We need to find a way to manipulate one AI movement of a certain encounter in a 3D dungeon, because in the last run that I did, I got pretty bad luck on that, and I was not able to pull that to get that encounter that I wanted, because these monsters are surrounded by other monsters. 2. And they move, so the time should progress, but it doesn't. 14:2. It was. Okay, that's pretty okay. That's nice. Nice to know. If you get an encounter, you cannot waste any time. You cannot mess up the cycle. So I wanted to talk about this encounter. Yes, it's surrounded by other encounters that you do not want to fight, because they do not give you experience points, because you cannot defeat them. But this one single encounter you can defeat, and it gives you loads of experience. 500 experience points. Well, that's actually a fight I want to get. 15:45. Let's just sit here and wait a little bit. No, it does not progress the time. Okay. Shouldn't worry too much. Okay, I can go this way. And this is what I was talking about with a messed up encounter. progresses the time a little bit when you get it over and over again. Okay. It increases the time a little bit. So that's what I want to know. I think I can do runs now. Should be fine. So maybe 18 hours. No, that's wrong. That's the wrong part. That's also the wrong part. That's way too far into the game. That's the right amount. Okay, wait for... What did we say? 18 hours. Should be fine. 18 hours. Let's try and wait 18 hours. If I can remember that. So let me do something and be right back. I will be right back and start a run.